Hi guys, Steve from Performance Institute here. I wanted to talk today about the butt wink. Now sometimes what we'll see with clients starting out when they squat is we'll tend to see a posterior pelvic tilt. So it'll look something like this. So they'll be squatting, we'll teach them how to sink their hips back, and then through the bottom of the range we'll start to see a pelvic tilt. And we'll start to see that turtle shell or that rounding of the small of the back. And that's obviously going to be putting a lot more load through that lumbar spine, especially in a heavy weighted squat. So we need to start to analyze what is going on. Now, there could be several things going on. So the first thing could be a core stability problem. With lack of core, we're going to see that destabilization and faulty movement patterns. What it could likely be is a flexibility issue as well. So what I wanted to touch on was something that I feel is overlooked is the adductors, okay? So all the groin muscles of the hip. So a couple different things you can do. If you notice that you're squatting and you tend to tuck under, here's a little trick you can do and we'll see if it helps. Ideally, if you have a mirror for the second drill I'm going to show you is great. And again, when you're squatting too, you should use a mirror because that will give you feedback to know if you're in a good neutral position. So the first thing I do is some soft tissue work. So I get on a roller, and I think a great way to do this is to place the roller just above your knee. And what you can do is just target that spot, and you're just going to flex the knee in and out. And I would do something like 15 reps, okay? And then just slide down a little further and keep repeating. And you should be able to hit about 4 different spots, and I'd be doing about 15 reps each time. The second drill, so again, that's gonna be hitting more your soft tissue. The second drill I'd be doing is something called quadruped rocking, okay? So the first one I'd start with a client is just having their knees out about shoulder width apart, teaching them how to stay neutral. So you want to think good packed shoulder position, head is nice and tall, and you're just going to work on reaching the hips back. Essentially, I'm doing that squat pattern, just on my hands and knees, just breaking down that position, learning how to stay tight. And one of the biggest things with strength is it is a skill. So you need to learn how to hold tension in your body, how to stay neutral, so when you're handling those heavy loads, it stays safe. So again, you're just going to be sinking back, hips towards the heels, and again, if you see that you're having that tendency to round, this is a great drill to give you some feedback, and you can watch in the mirror so you can really hold that good neutral alignment. As that starts to get easy, we want to get a bit more stress onto the adductors, onto those groin muscles. So you can just pop those knees out a little bit wider. You may even need to spin your mat, but same idea, just stretching out and going into that rocking. So the further you go out with those knees, the more demand it's going to put on those adductors, getting into like a super frog type stretch as well. But really think of holding that good neutral spine, and you keep doing that, and then from a soft tissue perspective and mechanically, you'll get that good biofeedback, so you start to learn where neutral spine is, and you can open up. So many of these good compound movements really require a good amount of mobility. So try those out, see if that helps, and good luck squatting. Thanks, guys.